It's the same with your other book. I would love a dozen copies to give anonymously to people who don't do what they should be doing, um, in business and in schools, in churches. I mean, where I've worked,
Yeah.
there's so many like, I'm trying to think, what was it called? The attribution error.
Yes.
You have no idea how many times I've seen that. I never knew it was called that, but I've seen that, people being blamed for things that were not their fault, that were, either other people's fault or the system's fault or whatever. I like Franklin framework because that's my daily checklist. I used to take a 8 by 10 piece of paper and fold it in half, and that way I had four sides. And I put the things I had to do for church, the things I had to do for school, the things I had to do for the business, the things I had to do for home. And usually there were like 20 things on each section, and I'd get most of them done. Now I just write one little post-it of the three things I want to get done in a day, and I usually get one or two of them done. But anyway, that used to be my big thing. The sunk cost model, I know you wrote just for me because of my IBM stocks. Now the no cost consultant you're using right now, right?
Yes.
I didn't tell you that I had a fee. No, I'm joking. And that's something I use all the time. Like at church, when I'm asking the choir, if you like the songs, tell me. If you don't like the songs, let me know. It's not that I'm going to use them to actually determine whether I'm going to use it again, but I like to know what you like. I
Yeah.
can, I like that idea.
Yep.
And it empowers other people.
Any other comments?
First impressions, I think I've mentioned to you before, I would not be what am if it weren't for first impressions. When I came back from Austria, I called Belmont. I knew they had a position, and I asked for the principal, and he was out on leave. So the assistant principal, I said, "This is Jane Mendlick from Bolivar," and it was my sixth grade teacher, answered the phone, told me I had the job. I didn't have to interview. I didn't have to send a resume. I didn't have to send my transcripts, nothing. I had the job because his first impression of me was in sixth grade. Oh, the other thing I love about the book are the quotes. Where you found quotes that fit every chapter is beyond me. I mean, that was, yeah, I'm sure, because that's hard to do. Yeah, but I like the one quote. The best one was, "Being intelligent makes you better at rationing, not always better at reasoning." I think that was Dick Richardson who did that.